Chapter 2 Headings, Paragraphs, and Text Formatting. Welcome back, everyone. In this chapter, we are going to focus on one of the most important parts of any website, the text. Segment 1 Introduction. Text is how you communicate ideas, describe content, and guide users through your page. You'll learn how to create headings, paragraphs, and formatted text that's not only readable but also meaningful. So open up your editor, keep your browser ready, and let's get started. Segment 2 Understanding Headings. Let's start with headings. Headings are like titles and subtitles in a book. They organize your page into a clear sections. HTML provides 6 levels of headings from H1 to H6. The H1 tag is your main heading, the biggest and the most important one. You should generally use only one H1 per page. It describes the main topic. Then you can use H2 for section titles, H3 for subtopics, and so on down to H6, which is the smallest. Let's see this in action. Type the following code, save it and open your browser. You'll see each heading decreases in size as the level increases. H1 being the largest and H6 being the smallest. Now it's not only about the size, it's about structure and meaning. Search engines use headings to understand the outline of your page. For example, your H1 might be the HTML course, H2 could be chapter 2, and H3 might be just headings and paragraphs. This hierarchy improves SEO and accessibility. Segment 3 Creating Paragraphs. Next, let's talk about paragraphs. In HTML, paragraphs are created using p tag, short for paragraph. Type this. Save and reload your browser. Notice that each paragraph appears on a new line with some space in between. That's built in by the browser's default styling. You can also add a line break using BR, but only use it for small text breaks, not for creating entire paragraphs. For example, this keeps the text in the same paragraphs but inserts new lines. Segment 4 Text Formatting Tags. Alright, now let's make your text more expressive. HTML gives us several tags for formatting. Things like bold, italic, and underline. Let's try them. Save and refresh. You'll see the differences right away. But here's something important. There's a better way to make text bold and italic. Instead of using B and I, use semantic tags. Strong for bold, EM for italic emphasis. Let's see why. These tags not only style your text visually, but also gives meaning. For example, screen readers will emphasize the EM text or speak strong text with a different tone. That's accessibility. And it's crucial in modern web development. Segment 5 More Formatting Options. Let's look at a few formatting tags that you'll often use. If you find this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more tutorials like this. The mark tag highlights text with a yellow background, perfect for emphasis. Small, reduce the font size a bit. Delete and insert are great for showing edits or changes, like in revision documents. So you can combine this text together as well. Try experimenting with combinations, but don't overuse them. Remember, HTML gives meaning, CSS gives style. Segment 6 Quotations and Citation. Sometimes you'll want to quote someone or cite a source. HTML has specific tags for that. The block quote tag is for longer quotation and usually indents the text. For shorter inline quotes, use Q. And if you are citing source, use cite. Finally, if you want to add an abbreviation with a tooltip, use ABBR, which stands for abbreviation. Hover over it in the browser and you will see the full form that appears. Segment 7. Semantic meaning versus visual appearance. Now here's a key point that separates beginners from professionals. Semantic meaning matters more than visual appearance. When you use strong instead of be, you are telling the browser why the text is important, not just how it looks. This helps with search engine ranking, screen readers for visually impaired users, and even AI tools that interpret your content. So always think, what does this text mean? Not just how do I want it to look. Segment 8. Mini practice challenge. Time to put this all into practice. Create a new HTML file called textformatting.html. Inside, add the title, 3 levels of headings, and at least 3 paragraphs. Use strong, em, mark, and q somewhere in your content. For example, you could write a short About Me page that includes a main heading About Me, a subheading My Interest, some text that uses bold and italic to highlight your passion, a quote that inspires you. Once you are done, open it in your browser and review how everything looks like. This small project will help you understand how headings and paragraphs work together to create hierarchy and flow. Segment 9. Wrap up and next steps. Awesome work, guys. You have just learned how to use headings to structure your content, paragraphs to organize your writing, and text formatting tags to emphasize meaning. These are the tools you'll use on every single web page you build. In the next chapter, we'll take this even further by learning about lists, unordered, ordered, and definition lists, which will help you to create menus, steps, and structured data. So take a short break, grab a coffee, and I'll see you in the next chapter where we'll discuss about list in HTML. Thanks for watching. If you have learned something new today, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And I want to hear from you, so make sure to comment below with your thoughts or any questions, and I'll reply as early as possible.